If you aren't following these 5 golf equipment non-negotiables, regardless of your skill level, you are costing yourself shots out on the golf course. Before I tell you what they are though, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. A lot of you are watching, but you aren't subscribed. We're nearly at 250,000 and there's a big giveaway coming. Let's get stuck into the video. And the first non-negotiable is using the same golf ball. 2 different golf balls, an X and an S here. And what that will do is alter the characteristics that you feel and you see from the shots that you are producing. Even if you are a higher handicapper, especially around the greens, when you're chipping and putting, you want to have a consistent feel and also some predictability from when you actually hit a decent shot. If you're chopping and changing and you go from a hard to a softer ball, a spinnier ball to a less spinnier ball, manufacturer to manufacturer, what you will see is different outcomes every time. And if we don't know the outcome, or we can't at least have a say in the outcome, we're going to be leaving shots out there on the golf course. So regardless of what it is, if it's a budget level golf ball that you buy the same one every time and get used to how it performs. If it's a premium golf ball, stick with that one and just get to know it. And one other thing, do not use lake balls. Now that the golf season has swung back around, another non-negotiable is having grips that aren't fit for purpose. Just take a look at this. We can see a brand new grip here and the difference in a worn grip. It looks shiny and it feels horrible, and you're only going to be limiting your performance. You'll limit club head speed, you'll limit control, and you'll limit your confidence when you're actually holding the club. And it's real simple. If you're not going to get them re-gripped, some hot water, soap, a little scouring pad, just give them all a little blast in there. You're getting rid of all the dirt that has amassed over the season, months that you've been playing. And if you do this and then give them a good dry off, you'll probably get another at least a month, couple of rounds out of these grips. And it's super simple. Just make sure your grips are going to be fit for purpose and you're actually going to get a little bit more out of them. Now, another non-negotiable, considering that we are in the age of technology, is that you use some form of technology for your golf game. It could be a free GPS on your phone. It could be even a little course planner that you've got that you've made notes on. It might be the watches, fantastic for telling you front, middle, back distances and hazards that are out on the golf course. It might even be a laser that you can look down the hole and tell you how far either the flag is or maybe something you want to try and find to hit over. Another non-negotiable when it comes to tech is tech in practice, and more importantly, how we are going to use things like this, the Foresight's GC3. A lot of golfers get stuck down rabbit holes chasing numbers that they maybe don't know how they relate to their golf games. And what I mean by that is that you could be working on trying to zero out your swing path, you could be looking at your attack angle, you could be looking at your club speed, and lots of data points that these things provide, but not actually knowing how or why they are going to improve your game. What I would suggest to start off with is using a PGA professional who knows how things like this works, so they can help you quantify and give you a plan of what data points you need to look at to help improve your game. Don't be the player who turns up, uses one of these things and looks at some of the data that they provide, and then go and try and change those numbers without any real understanding of how to or what the consequences might be when doing so, because that is going to be bad for your game. We need some actual help and understanding to know how to use technologies like this to improve our game. There's also something we could do as well when out on the golf course. Also, if you've got tags in your golf clubs, what you're going to get is some factual information from how you actually perform on the golf course. And to not have anything, even when we've got free things that are all on the phones that we carry around with us 24/7, is just a big non-negotiable, because we need some info. It's a tough game. If we know that there's a hazard hidden down on the hole, if we know where the flag is, if we know how far we're going to be hitting it, how the wind may affect it. It's going to help us when we're out on the golf course, and also it's going to save ourselves from lying to ourselves about how good we actually think we are. You're going to get fact-based information from your performance. So go and get some tech that can help you improve. Another non-negotiable is not having clean grooves on your irons. We're all carrying towels around with us. We've all got tee pegs. They're not only just for teeing up the golf ball. They can be used for getting into the grooves and giving them a good scrub and then wiping the dirt away with a wet towel. Do it after every iron shot you hit, and even the wire brushes, they are a fantastic buy and get those grooves nice and clean. Because if we don't, just look at the difference here between these two shots with a wedge, one with clean grooves and one with dirty grooves. You may think, oh, well, I'm a high handicapper, it doesn't matter to me. But if you're getting a shot that you've hit pretty nicely and it comes in with less spin and goes running through the green, just because you didn't take the minute just to get a little bit of dirt out the grooves, you've cost yourself 1, 2, maybe 3 shots, depending on what lie it runs into next. So non-negotiable, clean those grooves. Another non-negotiable is having duplicate golf clubs in your bag. There are 2 ways we see this happening most commonly. This is one of them, duplicate wedges, a 60 degree and a 58 degree. They're great for around the green, out of bunkers, chip shots, little pit shots, but when you come to full swings, you're not going to notice too much of a difference between the 2. So essentially, they're doing the same thing. The other one is at the top end of the bag, where we see hybrids, 7 woods, 5 woods, all doing a very similar job and going a very similar distance. Get up. Now, unless you would put something in like a 2-iron where you would see a flatter flight, when you see the 7 wood, the hybrid, the 5 wood, unless there is discernible difference in the distance, make sure that they aren't doing the same job. Because as I say, not only are you wasting a space in your bag, you've probably wasted money by acquiring that extra golf club. So some non-negotiables there for your golf equipment. Go back through that video because I guarantee at least one of those will resonate with you. And as well, before we get stuck into the golfing season, not only subscribe to the channel, but why not watch this video just over here, which is about how far you should be hitting your driver, because I think some of the data in that video might shock you a little bit.